Hi champs, so I'm going to take you through Tuesday 21 April through the warm-up and then everything else that we've got planned for you after that. So starting with your warm-up, we're doing 2 rounds today, 15 glute bridges. So onto your back again. Alright, you are going to lift your hips, squeeze at the top before coming back down. Up, squeeze at the top before coming down. Okay, then from there it's 15 Cossack squats. Now this movement, you are taking a nice wide stance. You're going to go as low as you can, keeping your chest upright, keeping this heel on the ground, and then sliding over from one side to the other side. Okay, you're welcome to rotate that toe up if it's more comfortable for you, but focus on not looking down, but rather keeping your chest upright. If your range of motion only allows you to go this low, that's perfectly fine. Whatever that deepest point for you is, while still keeping your heel on the ground, that's where you want to be. Okay, and then lastly, 15 standard air squats, hips back, knees out, heels on the ground, and then you drive up from there. Okay, good. That should get you nice and warm and ready for Hana Banana, which is an 18-minute AMRAP, so a little bit longer here. We're going to start off with 10 toe raises. So onto the floor, and you are going to lift your legs nice and high, and you're going to do this nice and slowly. Okay, I want you to keep your legs as straight as possible, point your toes, and if possible don't let your feet touch the floor between reps, or try to not get it let it touch between every rep. Okay, 10 of these. The slower you do it, the more effective it's going to be. Okay, so nice and slow up, and then slowly back down again. Okay, and then holding it there before going back up again. Alright, so from there we are going to move on to some dumbbell work. Alright, we're going to do 20 dumbbell ground to overheads. Alright, so you're going to grab your dumbbell, you are going to take it from the ground into an overhead position in one of a few different ways. Okay, so you can choose. So you can start with it between your feet and do a snatch, which is one movement from the ground all the way overhead. Right, so there, overhead, keeping that weight nice and close to your body. Right, so there, using your hips and your legs to drive that weight up. Or you can break it up into a clean onto your shoulder, and then a press or push press, whatever you want to do. Right, so onto your shoulder, there. So there are no specific guidelines as to when you have to alternate your hands, so it's up to you whether you want to do it with every rep, every 5 reps, every 2 reps, or you want to do half of it with one arm and then move on to the other arm. That's perfectly fine as well. Okay, so that's up to you. When you've completed those 20 reps, you are either going to grab your rope if you are not in the mood to do skips or your space doesn't allow it. You can do line hops. Okay, but if you have a rope, or you all have ropes, but if you have space, you can either do 60 double unders, or if you're doing single skips, 120, or alternatively line hops. So you find a line on the tiles, you can draw yourself a line, and you're just going to hop over those lines, okay, for 120 reps as well. Good. So you're going to move between these movements. You're going to alternate between these movements for 18 minutes. Okay. You should be able to continue moving. The toe raises will probably be an opportunity to rest your heart rate a little bit. Then it'll increase throughout the ground to overheads again, but just keep a nice steady pace. And then lastly, those skips or jumps will probably spike your heart rate again before you get that opportunity to bring it down. So just keep moving throughout those 18 minutes. Okay. Alright, so for our body armament piece today, we are going to be doing an alternating Tabata. Okay, so Tabata is 20 seconds of work traditionally with 10 seconds of rest. This time around, we're going to do 20 seconds of movement and then 10 seconds of a static hold. And we've got 2 different movements that we're going to alternate between, and we'll do 16 intervals in total, or 8 rounds, so 8 of each of the movements. Okay, so the first 20 seconds that you have, you are going to do as many sit-ups as you can. Okay, Now, because you're going to go from the sit-ups into a hollow hold, I'd actually advise you to not use an ab mat, but if you feel like you need to and you're just going to pull it out, that's fine. Okay, so first 20 seconds, you're going to go into sit-ups, as many reps as you can. As soon as the 20 seconds are over, you're going to go into a hollow hold, which looks like this, or you bring your hands forward, or you can even bend your knees if you want to, okay, or need to. But the aim is for you to keep contact with your lower back to the floor, to the mat, whatever you're using. Alright, so you want your shoulders off the floor, you want your feet off the floor, in any of those variations. So you hold it there for 10 seconds. Straight after that, you're going to do as many glute bridges as you can. So raising your hips, squeezing your glutes at the top, and then after your 20 seconds, you are going to hold it there for 10 seconds. Good, and that's one round in total. And then I go back, sit-ups, hold, glute bridges, and then a glute bridge hold. 20 seconds of movement, 10 seconds of rest. Now, for this specifically, with the timing things, it's beneficial to have a timer that reminds you or that beeps when the time actually runs out. So what I use is an app called WOD WOD Proof, and in that you can set these Tabata intervals perfectly. Okay, I'll send you a link to that as well, or I'm sure if you Google you'll be able to find one as well, or if you have someone there, Tammy, to remind you of the timing the whole time, that's perfectly fine as well. Or just put your clock or your watch, whatever you're using, somewhere where you can see it the whole time. Alright, enjoy this one, champs.